Does armed conflict law apply to unofficial acts of aggression? In recent discussions surrounding international relations, a pressing question has emerged. Does armed conflict law apply to unofficial acts of aggression? As tensions rise in various regions, many are searching for clarity on this complex issue. Understanding how international humanitarian law applies in these situations is essential for those following current events. Armed conflict law, which includes the Geneva Conventions and the laws of armed conflict, primarily governs conflicts between recognized states or parties. These laws aim to protect civilians and ensure that warfare is conducted with care for non-combatants. However, when it comes to unofficial acts of aggression, the situation becomes more complicated. Official acts of aggression typically involve recognized states or parties. In these cases, international humanitarian law applies, providing rules for the conduct of hostilities. Unofficial acts might involve non-state actors or individuals not recognized as parties to a conflict. This distinction is significant when considering the application of armed conflict law. While international humanitarian law mainly addresses official conflicts, some principles can apply to unofficial acts if they meet specific criteria. For example, if an unofficial act escalates into a situation resembling an armed conflict, international humanitarian law might apply. Factors like the intensity of violence and the level of organization among the parties involved are critical in this determination. The Geneva Conventions and their additional protocols establish rules for armed conflicts, including those involving non-state actors. However, these laws requiring that the conflict reaches a certain threshold of intensity and organization before they fully apply. If unofficial acts do not meet this threshold, other legal frameworks, such as human rights law, may be more relevant. Regardless of whether acts are official or unofficial, protecting civilians remains a central concern. Both international humanitarian law and human rights law provide protections for civilians, though the specific rules and enforcement mechanisms differ. Applying armed conflict law to unofficial acts presents challenges. Determining when such acts constitute an armed conflict can be difficult. The lack of clear state involvement complicates enforcement. Furthermore, ensuring accountability for unofficial acts can be problematic due to the absence of clear jurisdictional frameworks. While armed conflict law primarily addresses official acts, certain principles can apply to unofficial acts under specific conditions. The protection of civilians remains a key objective across both official and unofficial contexts. Understanding these nuances is essential as we navigate the complexities of modern conflicts.